that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself.
Here with a video where I share my thoughts and opinions on former multiple-time champion within Ring of Honor, and that is Jay Lethal. Would love to know your thoughts and opinions are on him down in the comments below. It would be greatly appreciated if you hit the like, subscribe, share with a friend. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be greatly appreciated if you did. Just want to say a couple of things. One, I know that there were some allegations about Jay Lethal that came out around 5 years ago, if not a little bit before, from some people who used to work in Ring of Honor. I don't want to go into too much detail because one, I don't remember all of the details on what they said, plus it's their story to tell, not mine. I just bring that up because I know that there's some, in my opinion, serious enough allegations towards him, and two, I'm talking about him the wrestler, not him the human. And that last part secondary to the first part kind of deal. But when it comes to Jay Lethal, whether it was 2011 when I started watching him regularly through Ring of Honor, the Sinclair broadcasting era, or whether it's recent years, he is one of those guys that is good enough in the ring, good enough on the mic, definitely better on his worst day than me on my best day, hypothetically, especially talking on the mic in front of a crowd. I'm not denying that, but I just never really got the hype of Jay Lethal. Again, to make it clear, my first exposure to him was him versus, I think it was Sanjay Dutt in like 06, 07 time period in TNA. At that time, but I later found out he was in Ring of Honor before. He stayed with with TNA for a couple of years after the fact. Did not watch him, or at least when I say did not watch him, I started stopping watching TNA in like 08 on a regular basis kind of deal, and he was with TNA until, again, I think it was 2011, because I remember him early days of Sinclair Broadcasting, but strictly from Sinclair Broadcasting era of ROH onwards, whenever I watch wrestling, whenever I would watch primarily hockey and other sports, I would want to be entertained in some way, shape, or form, whether it's entertainment or edutainment kind of deal. I would want to be either entertained and learning something, if that makes sense. Whether it's funny, dumb funny, or something really cool, sugar honey iced tea. And I think it's been, give or take, not quite a decade and a half since, but I just, again, like for me, there's a space for those like a Bryan Danielson, Zack Sabre Jr.'s. Lethal to me is not as good in the ring. He's not as high flying as like a Ray Phoenix kind of deal, or this guy, that guy, the other guy, and whatnot. It's just one of those things. He's a good wrestler, but I just had no legitimate reason. When I say legitimate reason to care about him, the most I cared about him was Jay Lethal versus Jay Briscoe. Winner gets both the TV and the World Championship in Ring of Honor about 10 years ago. And even then, were other guys within ROH at that time that I cared about. Young Bucks, Dalton Castle, and Adam Cole spring into mind immediately. And whatnot, more than either Jay at that time, Briscoe or Lethal. And that was like the most I cared about him was, he's challenging for the world title, and he became, I think, the first guy to hold the ROH World and TV title at the same time, and he was the longest TV champion at that time, and I think the second longest ever, if I remember right. But yeah, when it comes to Jay Lethal, he is not, again, I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler or bad on the microphone. His worst match, his worst promo in front of any form of a crowd would be a lot better than my hypothetical best, without a shadow of a doubt. Again, I just want to be entertained. Does Jay Lethal entertain me? Simply put it, know. If he entertains you, I would love to know why down in the comments below. Is it facial reactions to stuff, him on the mic, gimmick as Black Machismo, him in the ring as Jay Lethal or Machismo? Would love to know why down in the comments below. It would be greatly appreciated, again, if you hit the like, subscribe, share with a friend. It would go a long way, even if you're talking sugar, honey, iced tea. But that's it for this one. Let me know how your day's been going. I hope it's going as well as possible. But that's it for this one. Treat yourself as well as possible, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And yeah, that's it for this one.
And in the world that we tend to make up is nothing but a fantasy until you wake up. I feel like I'm just lying to myself, yeah. Cause I just crossed the line like I'm playing offside. Do it how I want and I'ma do it till I die. Feel like I'm just lying to myself, but